thing. Ready when you are, sir. Start us off with your first name, last name, spell it, your title.
Hi, my name is Mayor Chad Mees, Chadmees. Got Fire Chief Stephen Winnichek here with the Bartlett Fire Department. Got City Administrator Myra Cantu over here. We are here at roughly 8:30 p.m. last night. We had a fire breakout at the American Plant Food Corporation here in Bartlett, Texas, on the south side of town, very far south side of town. Had many agencies respond last night, and they're still on site throughout the night and this morning, and they've brought in some fresh legs this morning. The fire is, we say it's contained. We haven't started putting any water on it just yet. I'll let the chief kind of talk about that here in just a second. But first off, thank y'all for coming. Media, thank y'all very much. It's first and foremost, there was no injuries reported whatsoever and no loss of life. So that's God's blessings right there. So I would just like to say thanks to all the agencies who did respond. We've had anybody from Round Rock Fire Department, Hutto Fire Department, Taylor Fire Department, Bartlett Fire Department, obviously, Holland Fire Department, Granger, Little River. There's so many agencies. Temple Fire has been here all night. Brought in many different hazmat teams. They've been monitoring the situation all night, the air quality. They've been taking air quality tests all throughout the night. And at this moment, all air quality is good and fair, and there's nothing to be concerned about. And so school is in session this morning. We're monitoring that very closely. We have more air quality samples over at the school going on as we speak. And if we get any elevated danger, we'll definitely coordinate with the school on how to handle that. I've asked them to keep all the kiddos inside today and no outside recess, and so we should be safe there. The fire departments are here. They just met, had a little briefing. They will determine on how to proceed with fully extinguishing this fire, and we'll go from there. And we do have folks on site from TCEQ, Texas Department of Emergency Management are on site, and there's other agencies here as well. Williamson County Sheriff's Department's here. Last night, Bell County Sheriffs were here. Milam County Sheriff's helped. So we've looks like we got the scene under control as much as we possibly can at the moment. The highway is open. Highway 95 is open. I believe we are going to shut it down to one lane here just to kind of give us some comfort in moving apparatuses back and forth as we need to. So this is Fire Chief Stephen Winnichek, so I'll let him kind of step up and give his briefing.
As the mayor said, we were dispatched last night about 8:30 to the American Plant Food Corporation. It's a large fertilizer plant that supplies fertilizer for all of the landowners here in Central Texas. When we got here, the structure was fully involved. That it was determined not to apply any water on this to make sure that the runoff from all of our firefighting activities didn't contain anything that was hazardous to the surrounding creeks. So we did allow the product to burn off this morning. We're still monitoring that air quality to make sure that it's safe for our residents and the community that surrounds this area. Everything is looking good. We did make the determination to keep school in session this morning because we felt that there was no danger for the children or the citizens in the area. We've had hazmat crews on site all night monitoring the conditions. We still have them here. Temple Hazmat stayed here all night. They were relieved this morning by Round Rock Hazmat. But the support from all of the departments in Bell and Williamson County was pretty spectacular. We had crews even on standby as far as the far side of Bell County, Troy, and those departments were even on standby for last night. So we're fortunate to have such a great fire department that surrounds us, all the fire departments that surround us. So we're very blessed to have them. So with that, I guess if y'all have any particular questions for me or the mayor, we'd be able to answer those for y'all.
And so in the past, when there have been situations and fires at fertilizer plants, they've exploded, right? What's different with this situation? How have you guys been able to keep it maintained?
Some of the products that were here were a little bit different than like at the West fertilizer plant. So we were fortunate because of that. One of the things that we did early on in this fire, we staged a long way away, and we engaged the hazmat crews to make sure that we kept all of our firefighters safe. This fertilizer plant did not have ammonium nitrate fertilizer like some other fertilizer plants do, so we were fortunate for that. We have worked closely with this fertilizer plant to make sure we had a plan of attack if something were to happen here. So we engaged those pre-incident planning to make sure that we kept everybody safe. The other thing that worked in our favor last night, we had a very favorable wind that kept the smoke from lofting into the city. And we set up a quick containment last night of a half a mile, evacuated all the residents within that 1/2 of a mile. And then we even stayed back a 1/4 mile from the scene to make sure everybody was safe. That was our primary concern last night, was just to make sure all of our firefighters and all the citizens were safe, and we accomplished that last night.
What does the timeline look for today in terms of when you're all going to start dumping water, closing the lane, and also just kind of leave the scene and have it fully extinguished?
You'll probably see us start closing the lane. TxDOT just arrived on scene. We'll probably start closing down that lane, so we have a dedicated lane for fire traffic. As far as dumping water on the scene, today we might not even be putting any water on the scene. Last night we had about a 6-acre grass fire associated with this fire that we put out last night. This morning we put out some spot fires around the American Plant Food plant, and we're able to extinguish those fires. One of the things that we're making sure, we've got TCEQ is helping us to make sure we don't do anything harmful to the environment. So last night we were worried about making sure everybody was safe. Today we're worried about making sure that we can put out any spot fires, put out any of the product that's on fire, and maintaining that safe environment for the environment along with our firefighters.
And how grateful are you guys to have had the help that you've had?
Last night, yeah, last night was amazing. Bartlett is fortunate. The county line splits our town in half. So I was able to get resources from Bell County and Williamson County, and it worked perfect. This is one of those fires that we planned for. The amount of resources available last night, we didn't know if we were going to have to put water on the fire. So I had 10 different tenders en route to haul water to the scene. I had 10 different departments here within 30 minutes of the fire outbreak. I'm fortunate that I have great neighbors with Granger and Holland. They were able to get here within 15 minutes. Being a small community, we rely on our neighbors, and that's what happened last night.
This is the pure definition of mutual aid. For small towns, this is how we survive. Our neighboring communities, they jump in when it's time and they help you out. And this is the pure definition of mutual aid right here. I mean, we've got fire departments here from 40 miles away. We've got all of our neighboring fire departments here. And last night we had County Judge Bill Gravel on the ground here for probably 4 hours right here with us. We had Judge Blackburn from Temple offering any and all resources we needed from Bell County. So we're super grateful for the teams that we're surrounded by, and all the mutual aid that did come to our relief here. And we couldn't do it without them, obviously. So we're very grateful for each and every one of them and all of our surrounding communities.
And have you guys been in contact with American Plant Food before?
We do. We had a representative from American Plant Food here last night. They came as soon as we got the call. We had their phone numbers in our pre-action of this structure, so we were able to get a hold of them relatively quickly. They were on scene early this morning. They called out a hazmat crew, a hazmat restoration crew to make sure we could dispose of all of the hazardous material that was consumed in this fire. So they've been really great to work with as well.
How long does a cleanup take?
I
Something like this?
We're going to have a couple of different phases of the cleanup. Today we're hoping that we can get everything that's smoldering in a stable condition, and then the cleanup itself will take a month, several weeks to a month, to get all of this debris out of here. There's a lot of product here. This particular plant food company supported all of the surrounding farmers, so there's a lot of product that's still inside there.
Any idea what started it?
Not right now. We've engaged the Williamson County Fire Marshal's office, so they're actually on scene now. They'll start determining what that cause is, and hopefully we'll have something later in the week on cause.
About how big of an employer is the American Plant Food Corporation in this area?
They're not a large employer. They don't have a lot of people that work there, but they're very vital to all of the farmers in the area. American Plant Food is a large corporation, and this is just one of their fertilizer plants. So it's vital to the community for this as a resource.
Is there a plan in place for those who work there, for those who...
I know that the American Plant Food is working on that, and our hope as a community is we can get them fully back into operation here.
Is the building a total loss, and is there still some product that survived?
The building is a total loss. I don't know about the product right now. The hazardous material crews will determine if that product is still viable or not.
What about the drought and those conditions kind of affecting, I know you guys haven't poured a lot of water or any water on it yet, but like, what about the drought and water conservation?
We did have that discussion last night, if we had to use a lot of water. So early on I got with the mayor and the crews here in Bartlett to make sure if we needed to dump a lot of water on this fire, we had that availability. We reached out to some of the other water suppliers in the area to make sure that if we needed more water, we were able to get it from them. Everybody was very, they said whatever we need. The community also has been very forthcoming with water donations and food donations and coffee donations. We were without a need last night. Everybody just came to our aid relatively quickly.
Did anyone go to the Bartlett ISD gym for evacuation?
Last night, we were fortunate last night because of the placement of the fire. We only had to evacuate a couple of residents. American Plant Food recognized this was a critical for them to be on the outskirts of town, so they were about a quarter mile away from any residents. So last night our evacuations were relatively small.
With donations, y'all were set up taking donations for emergency personnel. Are you still taking donations?
We do anticipate the need to continue. We'll probably have fire crews working this fire probably for the next week, just to make sure that we're supporting the cleanup activities. So probably have fire crews on here. So we're always in need of water and drinking water for our firefighters and things like that.
Water, Gatorades.
True.
Just anything they can grab and go for snacks and stuff like that. More than welcome.
Sound good?
Yep. All right, thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Oh, thank y'all.
Thank you.
So, and if y'all need anything, just let us know and we'll.
The bathrooms were just delivered. They're right here on the other side of the fire trucks. So if y'all need a bathroom, they're right there. If y'all need any more water or anything, just feel free to
Several
holler.
of us are gonna head out.
Okay.
We
That's
get back
understandable.
out here.
Yes, will we
Yeah.
just leave?
Yeah, if y'all want to leave, if y'all want to hang out, if y'all want.